And what we're going to be thinking through is how we can go ahead and set up this retail policy. There's two fundamental choices that you have. The first one is you can either go ahead and use a self-managed super fund if you do have a self-managed super fund, which is option one. The other option is where you would go ahead and set up a mini super policy with the life insurance policy that you're looking to set up. So it's only an insurance only super fund, and there's no additional cost for doing this. However, what you're going to do is you're going to get a rollover from your existing super fund. So let's say, for example, Rest super fund. I'm going to ask Rest to go ahead and transfer over $1,000 a year, for example. That was my premium. Ask them to go ahead and transfer or roll over that money to then go ahead and fund that premium. So be mindful that rollover would occur depending on what your premium is and the levels of cover that support that. But that is a yearly rollover that would typically happen. So that's the way that you could go ahead and set it up if you didn't have a self-managed super fund.